Joining us right now by Skype is Joe Bastardi. He is the chief forecaster for Weather Bell Analytics. So, Joe, Florence is heading for North Carolina. What would be if it hit as a Category 4, possibly a 5?
Well, this is their Katrina and Harvey. Let's not pull any punches here. And, hoping, been tweeting out the president and the administration should understand that they should be on war footing as far as the response to this goes. This is a $50 to $100 billion storm. And I believe that this is going to, we believe since last Wednesday, because of the pattern that we're in, that this is aimed at the North Carolina, South Carolina border. We still believe it's going in at Cape Fear or around Cape Fear, plus or minus 50 miles. And where this goes inland, this will be the most powerful hurricane, I believe. It'll probably beat Hazel, which was in 1954. And Charleston's benchmark storm, or the South Carolina benchmark storm, of course, is Hugo in '89. This will be as strong or stronger. But the most hideous aspect of this after landfall, I mean, the power of the storm at landfall in this area is as great as you can get it. All right. But this is going to crawl west-northwestward. It will hit very late Thursday night, and Saturday night only be near Charlotte, and Sunday night and Monday night may only be near Asheville. And that means it's going to rain itself out. In every river, I think, from the Savannah River, which is on the South Carolina-Georgia border, all the way up to all the rivers in North Carolina, could break record flood stages when this is all said and done from the amount of rain that is going to occur with this. We certainly don't want to downplay the event in Virginia, but the current idea with this going in and crawling toward the southern Appalachians would mean that there is a chance that the river flooding in Virginia is not as bad as what it is in North Carolina and South Carolina. So, folks, remember with Harvey, well, once Harvey hit, the winds came down quite a bit. And where it hit was a place that gets hit quite a bit on the Texas coastline and relatively sparse. Corpus Christi did not get the worst of Harvey. The worst part of Harvey was the rain. That's what was the real problem. Katrina, the flooding, of course, was because of the levees breaking down. So flooding is the big aspect of this once the landfall is done. But those beaches from Myrtle Beach and especially Cape Fear, northeast to Cape Lookout, and perhaps to Hatteras, are probably going to be rearranged in a way where they will not be the same after this storm goes by.
How far inland are we talking in terms of the storm's reach?
Well, all the way, as far as heavy rain, all the way into West Virginia, eastern Tennessee, Kentucky, northern Georgia. As far as wind, hurricane force winds may still exist with this 24 hours after landfall, which, if my track is correct, would mean that there could be hurricane force gusts all the way to Charlotte. The hurricane winds, the frictional effects, cause it to die down quite rapidly. In fact, 50 miles inland, the sustained winds would probably be 50% of what they will be on the coast. But that's still enough with all that heavy rain to bring down trees and power lines. Folks, I cannot overemphasize this. Look, I'm not trying to, again, be pompous, but we've, for our clientele at Weather Bell, we're a private forecast organization. We've been saying since September 2nd this was coming back, and it's because of the pattern. But the modern day meteorologists are focused on the model. The model's here, the model's there, the model's everywhere, right? The models will eventually respond, all of them, to what the pattern dictates. And the cork in the stream idea that the old timers use, the foundational forecasting techniques, you have that big ridge, and they used to call it the Newfoundland wheel. My dad's 89 years old. He's a meteorologist, and he always talked about when you get the big high in the Northwest Atlantic, they steer these storms in. The most hideous aspect of this may be the track is hitting perpendicular. This is not an arcing storm that comes into the Bahamas and then turns north. This is coming right in at 90 degrees, and those are the worst storms as far as keeping their intensity, because they don't monkey around with the land mass. And You got to understand, when it's parallel on the coast, it's drawing in drier air. Here, it's just coming right in from the southeast.
All right, Joe Bastardi with Weather Bell, thank you so much for your insight. We'll look forward to seeing you in the days ahead.